That's a lot.
That's a lot. He's also a family guy, so on some level he gets it.
What does Ellie know?
And he gets what, obviously he knows what Joel has been through and why that decision was so important for him.
I told her they just ran some tests.
There's something to me that hits me every time when Ellie rolls over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I caught it as much. I don't think I was aware of it. Like, Neil, you being a parent, you're more familiar with some of those gestures than I was, or I am now. Traveler will do this, where he will, when I put him to bed or whatever, and he's ready to go to sleep, or he needs to be alone with his own thoughts, he'll do that turn. And it never really hit me that that's what Ellie is doing, is just, okay, I'm done talking about this now. I just kind of want to be private in my own thoughts.
Which is also an interesting juxtaposition that's happening here, is we're getting to see the moment he was lying to her while he's confessing the truth to his brother. And the differences in those two relationships now. And it's, despite how much they've been through and how much Ellie has become an equal of sorts, he still sees her as his child. And if he has to lie to her to protect her, he will. It was important to get this final handoff of playing as Joel one last time as this beautiful sunset ride towards Jackson before we fully kind of hand off the baton to Ellie. We worked so hard on these transitions to go from cutscene to gameplay. And it was just a change in tech that we had from the first game to the second game, where the first game, all the cinematics were pre-rendered. Now that they're real time, there was a lot of effort put into just these seamless transitions in and out of gameplay.
About what we were talking about earlier.
This is a great moment.
I can't say I'd have done different.
And you have to wonder, is Tommy telling the truth? Or does he know it's too late to do anything about it? And that's the best truth to put out there.
There's also something, it's just occurring to me now, but I think confessing to Tommy really speaks to sort of the themes of the game of how hard it is to be alone and to carry things alone.
Mm-hmm.
And even Joel can't do it at a certain point and needs to unload on Tommy. And so what it is for Ellie to isolate further and further and further and carry her secrets alone more and more and more.
There's her little house.
I discovered some people don't realize that her house is the
garage.
Exterior garage of Joel's house.
Look, she's drawing a deer. Oh, and you're hearing Sean James' song, which was the song we did for the teaser trailer.
Ellie?
Shout out to the environment team that had to build several different versions of this room, as Ellie has lived in it for longer and longer and got more and more of her items from the old world that she's obsessed with.
Lava lamp.
I love this moment of just like, hey, how do you...
Jesus.
Do you both remember when we did this scene live on stage, just for an audience of 100, 200 people? I forget exactly. Like Jeff Keighley set up this one night live, and I wrote the scene just for that. But in the back of my mind, I knew already this would be the opening for the second game.
Oh, yeah. And that was... Some of that was streamed except for this scene. That was just for the audience.
We did not stream the scene.
There was this... I remember we got it, and then, as often happens, there's a team of people that kind of come up to you, and after you go, cut, best that one. That's a take we can go with. And people just kind of clouded around you, and there was a conversation that was happening. We were trying to figure out what it was, and I saw you do your, everything's okay, it's fine. And then afterwards, you tell me this story that in Uncharted 3, the ship capsizing was one of the most resource-draining, almost game-breaking things that you guys had, one of the most ambitious set pieces you'd ever done. And then in the Left Behind DLC, the photo booth was one of the most resource-draining, almost game-breaking things. He goes, up until you decided to put your thumb in your belt loop.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so actually that's funny because you did that, Joel initially didn't have his shirt tucked in. But in order to honor, again, this little gesture that you did, redesigned his clothing. And the way we did clothing on this game is we actually sourced the actual material and scanned it. So we had to source the shirt, the pants, the belt, scan it, so we could do this one gesture that you did, which was like looping your thumb around your belt.
Trust in you.
Do you like hearing Troy and Neil commentate? And Ashley Johnson?
From a writing standpoint, this was a tricky scene because we have to reestablish these characters and their relationship, but also show there's something hanging over them. That there's, we had to honor the ending of the first game, that moment of of lie. That again, Ellie knows something is off, but she doesn't quite know how to deal with it or how to move past it. Right. So this scene has you see at the beginning she's trying to get rid of him, and then he wins her over by playing the song, and she softens by the end of it. And it's interesting, they talk about you promised you would teach me how to play the guitar, and they're talking about promises and oaths and the idea of keeping your promises. And we know this lie is hanging over them.
I love this opportunity this song gives Ellie to watch him.
Yeah.
Without confrontation.
And again, there's so much beautiful acting that you're doing here, Ashley. I know these compliments are making you uncomfortable, but it's look how much she's processing.
Yeah.
You could see it. You could feel it. And again, talking about when characters make eye contact versus not is only when he finishes that he finally allows himself to look up.
Barely.
Barely right there.
It's a very intimate thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been more nervous than I was in that scene playing that song.
Were you more or less nervous when you did it live?
For some reason, playing music live to me feels a little bit more at home. But also, I don't know if I fully understood what that song meant to you, Neil. And knowing what it was going to mean now to other people once they played the game. And now there was context to it. Now there was story.
They care about each other so much.
The lighting. Lighting is so gorgeous here. And this was the same pun we had when you both did it live.
Do you remember the joke?
And you could see the shift in Joel. Like that song has just shifted the relationship a little bit. It moved the needle.
Mm-hmm. He's standing up a little taller.
It's time consuming.
I love how much he's just trying to reach out to her on her terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still got dad in
Giving
him.
her space.
Yeah.
Still got dad.
Yeah.
Can I get
And this again, this writing is the same. It's like how this ended was the same as the live version, where you just play the low E. Well, I guess with the capo it wouldn't be an E, but boom, and just let this ominous note linger. Interesting parallel. And air jump
Was that
to a knock at the door.
was that an accident?
No, that was by design.
Sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll
Yeah, initially we had the whole dance and the kiss in the beginning, and then once we moved it to the end, we had to kind of, through exposition and dialogue, hint at what happened.
It was just Dina being Dina. It's just Dina being Dina.
I was talking about your fight with Seth. Wait, you kissed Dina?
I love that scene kind of plays out like an awkward thing between them as if they had kissed last night, which is really funny.
Yeah.
You know, it has this like kind of morning after feel, but it's like not about them, which is really charming.
I would never. Yeah, that's true.
This is so Ashley awkwardness right here.
I love it.
Messing with you,
VV awkward. Like don't point, don't bring attention to something that I did, please.
It's kind of fucked up you did that.
Jesse's the coolest guy.
He
Look at him.
is.
He's like, he kissed his girl, and he's like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Smells fine.
If you haven't noticed, look at this freaking outfit I'm wearing. And look at the outfit I'm actually going to put, because you can put outfits. I've unlocked outfits. For the remastered version, they added outfits you can play in the game, as you know. And look what they added. Look what type of outfit they added. Look what that shirt says.
Sure.
This game is a lot more complete now. A lot more complete. Like, they added the new mode. Like, I'm gonna show you a little bit of everything in this one stream. Like, they added a new mode. First of all, you can't really tell, probably on YouTube, but on a screen, like seeing it in person, they did a lot. Like, you can, like, the graphics in this game, they updated it. It looks a lot better than the original PS4 version. and just like they added a speedrun mode. The new mode, the new roguelike mode where you can play as the different characters is freaking amazing.
Hey, is Joel up?
We got reports of infected out north. You sent him and Tommy out early to scout.
That sucks.
Yep. Can't imagine they got much sleep. Definitely not as much as you.
Shut up. I was just about to get up. I was.
You got everything?
Yes.
Heads up. You're the talk of the town this morning.
What?
Let me see if I got this right. You kissed Dina,
She kissed me.
which triggered Seth to call you a not-so-nice word.
Yep.
Then Joel decked him,
More of a push.
and then you got mad at Joel. That part confused me.
It was a strange night, man.
Sounds exciting. Maria wants a word with you.
Where is she?
Diner.
Is this about Seth?
No clue.
Just tell her you never saw me.
Nope.
Where's your fucking loyalty?
Excuse me?
Hey, so... we're okay, right?
You and me? Yeah, of course. Dina and I are done.
I know. It's just... I don't want you to think...
Ellie, we're cool. Promise.
Thanks. Hey, old timer. Yeah, get a good scratch.
Hey, Jesse.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Jesse.
Oh, hi. Want to grab some breakfast?
No. Where's Maria?
In the back.
Excuse me.
Oh, Seth.
There you are. Come here.
Oh, Seth.
Yeah, remember this scene was
I don't want to hear what that big
I mean, so much of the story is about forgiveness and letting go of stuff, and how Ellie specifically struggles with that, and this was a pretty minor example of that.
Seth, come here.
Turns out I really struggle with it because I still hate this scene. I'm like, fuck that guy.
I know,
He's
me
trying.
too.
Look at him. He's
Doesn't work.
Steak sandwich. He's trying so hard.
Look how he wrapped it with a bow.
The way he starts with like, look.
Aw.
I'm like, yo, look you.
Yeah, don't looky hear me. Let's just.
Oh, now it's her fault.
Great job.
Yeah, this scene makes me so mad. Hey, I'm trying to apologize, you little bitch. You're like, what?
Made you some sandwiches.
Okay.
Your steak.
Thank you, Seth.
Didn't we discuss cutting bagel sandwich because people had such a hard time understanding it at first?
Yeah, they kept hearing bacon sandwich.
Bacon sandwich. Yeah.
Bigot sandwich was that?
Bigot sandwich?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Smells good.
Hallie, you wrote that, didn't you?
I don't know.
It just bigot sandwich feels
does feel very
Hallie
Hallie.
to me.
When you go out, I want you to trade off with Tommy and Joel. Those boys have been up for far too long.
Where do I meet them?
If you go up to the Northwest Lookout, they're scheduled to arrive later today. Watch yourself. There's too many sightings of infected recently.
Of course. I was gonna check out the creek trails. I'll need someone else to cover it.
Ellie, you know the creek trails?
Not really.
Dina's done it a bunch. I'll have the two of them take it.
Well, that solves that. Ellie, can I talk to you for a sec?
What's up?
Look, I don't know what's going on with you and Joel.
Maria,
Guy really cares about you. And I'm sure he didn't mean to.
we're fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry to pry. Be safe.
Thanks.
Yo, Dina! Assignments!
Just give me a minute.
Oh, this is Dina's big intro.
Oh, here she comes.
I'm Shannon Woodward. I play Dina. I had a really hard time hiding behind nothing here.
Well, that's the thing that's so hard about sometimes acting in these things is that you like the kids weren't there, and then we like
Yeah.
later captured kids and kind of constructed all the pieces.
Hey,
This is a me lean. I love to lean.
I just want to say sorry for running off last night. I actually really love this scene.
I totally get it. I felt bad.
I love the one-liners that you guys kind of riffed on when we were doing the combat stuff for the snowball fight.
Oh my God.
I still die laughing when I hear you guys insulting children.
And I think that was really, a lot of that was just my instinct.
Yes. Yeah. Your parents don't love you.
Yeah, and then I think eat snow, you
Eat
little
snow.
No, I
Yes.
think you little shits. Yeah. Because I think you were like eat snow, and then I said eat snow, you little shit. I think
God.
it's like
I love name calling children.
What the fuck? I'm not even playing.
Interesting parallel is Ellie doesn't want to do any of this until she gets hit with a snowball, and then it's like, let's make these motherfuckers pay, which is again is a really lighthearted moment of what this whole story's about.
Better run, you little shits. Holy shit! Get to cover! Go! Go! Ow! We're on the board, suckers!
I'm on that kid.
Eat that! Oh, I'm coming for you,
I'm gonna come over there and fight you, like for real. Oh, you like that?
No fuck yeah! I mean, frick. Don't tell your mom. Oh, suck it! Ow!
Eat snow, you
I know
little
where
shit.
you live, Alex! No! Ow! In your face!
we're winning.
I see you. Ow! Who taught you that?
Oh! Eat snow! I see you. Ow!
Yeah. God, my shirt.
I got her! Oh, dang it! Oh, you better hide. No fair.
Eat it, shrimps.
Hey!
How's it feel?
No! Get her!
Help me! You'll never get away with this.
Get off of your monsters!
All right. We actually have some work to do. Scram.
Man.
I guess I asked for that, huh?
Yep.
Let's go.
So Jesse wants us to do the creek trails. He's gonna relieve Joel and Tommy.
Oh, that's nice you assigned us together. You're gonna like this route.
Morning, girls.
Morning.
Hey, ladies. I'll bring them in.
Thank you.
All of the horse acting was always very funny to me because how that works is you have somebody holding on to a rope and you're just kind of
Pulling it along.
pulling them around. And it would always make me laugh.
Fun fact: the guy in the stable there is Yuri, who plays Spider-Man in the Spider-Man Insomniac game.
That's Yuri?
I'm not even surprised to even know that. I'm not even fucking surprised. You're using everything, but the fact that he didn't even say anything. Like, the fact that that's that guy, he didn't even really say anything. Now, every single time I play this game, I'm just gonna know that freaking stable guy is Spider-Man. What? Wow.
Yeah.
And this was another big scene. Anytime we have a big scene like this, we can only have so many actors in the volume, so this is captured in pieces. And I remember, like, Troy played one of, like, the people kind of like, and they were improvising, talking crap in the background.
Yeah, and it's not there anymore. There was a bit where he said something kind of goading to me, and it's not there anymore. But then every take we did, I'd call him a new name that I thought was, like, embarrassing. I'd be like, listen, Chad.
You come back. Be smart about it.
Wait, I actually didn't know there's only a certain amount of people you can have in the volume?
Get going.
Yeah, just because we start losing data after a while, so to track all the little balls and stuff. It gets fuzzy. Like above 8, I think it just like gets more expensive, and you're more likely to be error prone, so it needs more cleanup.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I played Abby in The Last of Us Part 2.
Ominous. And here we have the introduction of this crew, the Salt Lake City crew.
There's Neil.
Self-insert. And here we have Laura Bailey waking up. This was a repeating motif from the first game of these characters that are haunted by some horrible trauma and can't sleep.
The lighting is really nice here. It's really nice everywhere.
We debated quite a bit of like how much do we want to reveal for this character when you're about to play as her, versus how much we want to hold off for like the second half of the game when you get to see more of her. I remember we rated a lot of how much snow he should have on him because he was just outside.
This is one of the audition scenes, I think.
What were you dreaming about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Was I talking?
You're doing here.
It's important to know that we did not want to cast you in this role.
I've heard tell that you did not.
Just because you're in so many things and you're so iconic. But you were the best. And once we saw your audition, there was no turning back.
What are you going to do, you know?
Trust me.
You painted us into a corner, Laura Bailey.
You're welcome.
I knew you were gonna say something. I was waiting for you to say something. Why is she dressed like that? That's freaking hilarious. Yeah, I changed her thing. That's actually freaking hilarious. I'll change it to something else.
Come on, this way.
It's cold. You sure you don't want to do this when the sun's out? And it's warmer?
No. Can't wait.
And you don't want to just tell me?
You need to see it.
What are you doing wandering around out here by yourself?
Been restless.
You too?
Feel like the farther south we go, the prettier it's gotten.
You want to keep going? Just drive all the way to Mexico?
I've thought about it.
You could see Manny's hometown.
Yeah, I don't see that living up to his stories somehow.
Yeah, no, probably not. You did all this in the dark?
Yes. Now come on.
This game looks so much better now.
For today's trip.
Like,
It's not that far.
they did a really good job with this remaster.
She seemed out of it these past few days.
She'll be fine.
You stop being weird. You're freaking me out.
I'm not being weird.
Are you breaking up with Mel?
What? No. You wish.
I've had my fill. Thank you.
You're gonna have to run to make it.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Ouch.
We can't all be as graceful as you.
Clearly.
What is that?
You'll be fine.
It's too high.
Come on.
Shit.
Hey. Eyes on me. Abby. Stop looking down.
Owen, do we have to go back this way?
Consider it an opportunity to work on your fears.
How about I work my foot up your ass?
Abby, stop flirting.
This is the first real big choice this character makes, Abby, of do we turn back or does she choose justice?
We made it.
She's gonna end up choosing justice, just like Ellie does later many times.
Choosing obsession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a fucking city.
Yeah.
It's also important to note that, when you're acting in this, there's nothing there. You're in this blank white volume, and we're like, okay, it's snowing. You got to act like you're freezing. There's a town in the distance.
It's, it's so weird though. Like, I never, when I try to remember a scene or remember performing that moment, I never think of it in terms of like, oh, right, we were in this gray volume. I always had like this visual of every set that was actually supposed to be there. And I think of it in those terms.
But I think that's a unique skill that only some actors have.
Really?
And other actors without the set, without the costume, they can't get into it. They can't lose themselves the way like you and Troy and Ashley do.
When I did this audition, Troy was reading opposite me because he was doing all of the Abby auditions.
Sure, they'll be happy.
And
That's right.
he forgot all of the lines in this particular scene. And we were just like making stuff up. I remember thinking like, that went really well.
These scenes can be very tricky to write, but they're also a lot of fun where you're just given hints of this relationship. And obviously there's some kind of triangle here between Abby, Owen, and Mel. And Abby does a very poor job of hiding her feelings.
Okay. It's not just that, though.
Should I say congrats?
When everyone else sees this, they're going to want to turn back.
But it's just interesting that,
We can convince him.
Owen, we're setting up here, he plays this moral conscience for this group. And even here, he's trying to give Abby a way out.
Count on you.
Abby, I want what you want. But not at any cost.
Not at any cost. So it's like there's a line here for justice that he's not willing to cross. And she hasn't found her line yet.
Well, it's also like selflessness versus selfishness, right? He now has, even with nothing else, he now has a baby he has to think about, right? Which is the same for Dina, which is the same for Jesse, which is the same for Joel. But she is only thinking about herself.
Well, one could argue she's also thinking about her father, that this is all coming out of love, the love she had for her dad, and the injustice that they all experienced in his brutal murder by Joel's hands.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do the whole thing on my own.
Alright, now I'm gonna show you some of the other stuff that this remaster has to offer. Because now this game's like a full package now. A full package. Are you enjoying it so far? And we got this. This is coming soon. Check this out.
This is the longest, most ambitious game in the studio's history. That's a big challenge to take on.
The Last of Us was this beloved game that won all these awards.
So many people were like, Last of Us 1 is perfect. They shouldn't make a sequel.
My hope is it's going to make the first game even greater.
That's the thing I love about the beginning of a project. It's like, it's all optimism. This is going to be the game that I always dreamed about making.
Let's do something new. Let's take risks. Let's kill Joel right away. Let's just kill him.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, let's do it.
You're gonna piss a lot of people off.
The scope on this game is extraordinary.
I'm confident in the game if we finish it. I'll be frank, it's not looking great.
I'm feeling burned out. I can't crunch like I used to.
We started having these leaks.
It was awful. There were a lot of days where I would just cry.
And then there's these rumblings of this pandemic.
Are people going to want to play a game that takes place in a pandemic when there's a real pandemic? Ever going to finish this game?
It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Keep the faith. When we come together, when we do this thing that people outside the studio talk about, like this Naughty Dog magic, this is what it looks like.
Or Joel doesn't die. So then what happens is all of us become friends. Claire!
What did you think of that? And here are lost levels. Lost levels are basically levels of the game. It's pretty much what it sounds like. I'd like to see that. Yeah, it's coming soon. It's like a little trailer. It's a trailer of a full documentary that's going to be coming out soon, probably later this month or next month. But I really can't wait to see that. But and it's going to be releasing on here too, so I'll be able to stream it basically. But these are basically called lost levels. Lost levels are basically levels that were basically cut from the full release of the game, because either it just didn't make much sense in the overall scale of the game, or it was just added, like, it was way too much time, and it added too much time to the length of the game, and it just added unnecessary alpha. It says right here, play early versions of levels that were cut during the original development of Last of Us Part 2. These levels pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, it's going to be in pre-alpha because it wasn't in the original release, so it's not going to be finished. But they gave us the gift of letting us see behind the curtains. It's also kind of cool because it just shows the development in between games, and because this game is very realistic and amazing, it just kind of shows how much work they put in. But yeah, let's try something. Meanwhile, just to let you know, these levels were supposed to be in the game. Like, they're not, like, it's not gonna make, it's just gonna put me in a random spot in the game because it was supposed to be in between a certain part of the game, but it got taken out. But so basically, this is like just cut, literally a cut level that was literally cut from the game, literally how it is. Let's check this out. You gotta pay attention to this too, because this is important.
For this third and final deleted level,
Look at Neil too. He's starting to look old. He's trying to have that old gray hair look.
what we call the boar hunt sequence. This was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now. So we're coming in on Ellie and she's following a trail of blood. And we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it, even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Where are you?
So the boar hunt was one of the hardest levels for me to work on. It was a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And she's hunting. Hunting who? Abby still? In early iterations of the fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar, was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these wider areas, it required custom AI and scripting to make sure it continued to feel organic as an animal, but we really needed it to do specific stuff. It needed to be able to close distances really, really quickly. It needed to charge to attack, but we wanted the feeling of hunting, so we needed to track it down from afar. And we also needed to discourage the player from attacking the boar when it's that close, or it would kind of turn into this melee kerfuffle. How do we do this in our world while keeping the boar believable?
Gotcha.
Do you think this is pretty cool? This was supposed to be a level, like in the game, but ended up getting cut, and we're actually seeing it. And I do feel like they should have kept this, because I feel like it would have been cool seeing this right after Ellie and Abby's fight, because it would have been like, well, at first playthrough, maybe it would have been a good job to cut it, because maybe like through multiple playthroughs it would have been kind of a drag, but like I feel like first playthrough we would definitely been like, damn, what's going on? Like, what just happened? Is Dina okay? Like, and Ellie's hair is short, so you wouldn't know how far a long time has passed. So this was before we found out, Dina's obviously had JJ and stuff like that.
The gas station was built to highlight the bore's destructiveness. Since it's cramped, the bore feels larger. We also feel trapped with it, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way? Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles. The boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge.
I can't see shit.
See, if this was finished, you would have heard the whole sound effect of her slamming and everything. Obviously, like they said, this game's not, like, this level's not finished, so... Shit.
Nowhere to run.
The boar kill was supposed to be anything but glorious. With the boar whimpering at the back of the gas station after Ellie's relentless hunt. After this, hearing the drone that we kind of come to associate with Ellie's trauma, we would hard cut to the stream where she's washing her hands and holding rabbits that she hunted, about to return to Dina. And there would be no mention of the boar.
Well, that was a lot. Let's try out this, no return now. One of the main cool things of this whole remastered. This is a whole new, brand new mode. No return. Now I played some of this mode. I played a lot so far. This mode gets intense. It gets really freaking intense. I'm talking about like it gets scary. Like you're fighting either between the WLF, the Seraphites, or like infected. And you get to play as you saw in the trailers, different, characters. In each round you go through, you get more stuff and more supplies that you can stack up for the next round. Who should I play as though? These are the characters I have unlocked so far. So close to getting Joel. Can't wait to play as Joel. And Lev and Yara. Because I want to play as Yara. But who do you think I should play as? You know what? I'll go as Ellie if I die. Hopefully I don't. Because to be honest, I haven't made it to any of the because I always die before I make it to the final level. Because there's stages, and it accumulates to one final big boss fight with the bloater. And I've never made it to the bloater because I always die. Because this game gets intense, like I said. Which this game gets intense either way in actual story mode. Just imagine just combat focused. Let's see. I'm gonna go as Tommy.
Okay.
We know you're out there.
I completely forgot that the freaking Rat King was in this game. You reminded me that the Rat King was even an option in this game. I am scared. Completely forgot that the Rat King was even a boss fight in this game. Because all I've seen was the bloater. Wow. That's crazy. Thank you for reminding me. Exactly, Tommy. Exactly, Tommy. Shit.
Think that came from over there.
Being able to play as the different characters is cool because they all feel different. Like they all have their different play styles, which is cool. Like I wish you were able to play as Tommy in the actual story mode.
Hands off! You afraid?
Ooh, okay. 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 I just completed my second encounter, so now I'm able to move on to the second encounter, which is going to be even harder than this one. I almost died. I completely forgot that Tommy can't freaking dodge like Ellie can. So that's freaking annoying. But it says right here, complete 4 encounters with Tommy to unlock Joel. And I completed 2 out of 4, so only 2 more. Then we can play as good old Joel. Okay. And right here, we get, after every, like, if I'm able to survive and make it to the end of the freaking round, I get parts, you know, currency to upgrade my stuff for the next round so I can have an even better chance of survival. So, this. I'm nervous, man. Like, I wanna, like this game's, it's hard. Alright. Extended. I think I'm playing, but this game, like, I love Tommy too, man. I wish Tommy was more of a freaking character in the second game. Because he's such a badass. But I'm glad that I'm able to play as him too. He has, you know, old signature sniper rifle that he kills Manny with. And I haven't even unlocked Manny, so I'm excited to see what he's like. Alright, see, and then we have branches. So... and it all accumulates to one final boss fight right here, which is shows Bloater. So I don't know. I haven't seen the Rat King yet. I say we do this one. Here we go, man. Here we go. This is it. Looks like I got Jesse with me this time. Alright, Jesse, let's go. We're going up here. We're freaking hiding in the same house because I don't know how the hell these people are going to attack us. Jesse, bro, get ready to lock in. Get ready to lock in. Shit's about to get real. Oh god, this one's infected. I hate infected. The infected ones make me nervous. So do the human ones, because human ones make me nervous too, because they're just like to flank you and they're freaking very smart. But the infected are just scary because they put me in scary maps with the infected. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. They're telling me. Why is it gray too? They changed the filter on me. They're really trying to. They'll do that too. They'll put fog. They'll change the filter. They'll even go as far as to making the enemies invisible. Like, it's freaking horrible. Like, why make when you make the enemies invisible to the point where I can only hear them and not see them? I just quit the game because of how scared I get. Oh my god. I missed. I'm scared. 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 I'm gonna die. This is it. 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 Oh my god, the blue.